We're back. We are back. Well, just
We
like we
made it.
predicted, 10-7, down to literally the last possible second.
Oh my
And the
God.
Pittsburgh Steelers are your AFC North champions, and they are in the playoffs. It is what a wonderful ride it has been. It's where we all expected to be. It's
Uh-huh.
what they say. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Man, it's been a roller coaster.
It has.
Just
It
ugh.
hey, you win where you can. And if we can sweep the Ravens and kick Harbaugh out of there while clinching the North,
Wow. That
while
was
it's just everything adds up. It was a very emotional night. Silent screaming because the wife was asleep, and then audibly screaming because Tyler Loop missed the field goal. It was really exciting. Brad, what are your thoughts?
uh I didn't see what about the first quarter. I heard it on the radio driving home, and then we got to the house, we're bringing stuff in and getting the dogs settled and trying to watch and then do this and do that, and then I finally got sat down. Maybe it was probably right before halftime, about 4 minutes to go in the first half. And that fourth down call, that was a pitch to the weak side. And it's like, what are you thinking? I mean, it's
Yeah,
just, and the fourth down call before that, 4th and 2 on our own 45-yard line, relatively
yeah,
early in the game.
yeah.
Play the field position game right now, man. I feel like that stupid, yes, I said stupid tush push. It might be working for some, but I always thought it's a punk out play, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Line up and play football, man.
yeah.
Uh,
I think that's a good point with the tush push because I was like meh on the tush push like last year. I'm like, look, if no one can beat it, it's a legal play. It is what it is. But it does make the sport boring. But I'm also like, well, until the league bans it, which I think they will,
yeah.
utilize it. And the Steelers have utilized that well this year
Mhm.
in short yardage situations like a yard or less, not a very long 1 or 2 yards. Like that's a lot of mass pushing each other that you're gonna
Uh-huh.
hope that Cameron Hayward, shout out Cam, can throw Connor Hayward over the pile for. So I'm with you. I was the midfield attempt was terrible, and the goal line attempt was terrible. They should
Yeah.
have switched what they were doing there.
I mean, I know what they say, the data analytics say that you should go for it more on fourth down and this and that, but I feel like it's created an impatient league. It's, oh man, we got to have it now. Whereas no, you don't. You can sit back and you can play the field position game and put yourself in position to do something better later, because we gave up a field goal out of that. I mean, could have
Yeah,
been worse. We could have gave up a touchdown, but
yeah,
still, you gave up points when all you had to do was punt the ball and give them a long field.
yeah, yeah. No, it's funny how so much of what we feel right now is because of six feet, right? Had Loop missed that, this is an entirely different conversation. This
Oh yeah.
is Mike Tomlin gone? Aaron Rodgers' career is probably over unless Minnesota calls him, and countless other things that we can look back at. We can look back at the failed conversions. We can look back at the why are we avoiding the middle of the field for so long, or
Mm.
countless stuff. But because Loop missed that field goal, shout
Everybody
out to
forgets about.
shout out to Catholicism. It saved everyone. So thankful to that priest.
I didn't know about that while the game was going on. I saw it
Yeah,
after on the post game show on Sunday Night Football, and they're like, it
yeah.
was all over the news before the game started locally in Pittsburgh, and we're just now hearing about it, or I guess they were. And then they showed video of him sprinkling. I was like, give me a break,
And it was
man.
that same end zone too. That's what's crazy. But here on the Steel Deal, we try to keep it in. We're gonna experience the highs, we're gonna experience the lows, but we look at it in the middle viewpoint, and that's we are 6 feet away from being out of the season being over, and a whole lot of questions. It was not a perfect game, but I do want to give a specific shout out. If he ever watches the program, Cameron Hayward, Hall of Famer, signed, sealed, delivered, legacy game. Thank you. He
Yeah.
showed up. He was all over the place. I mean, just fantastic play from 97, and you could tell he wanted it, and he showed it.
Did you hear on the failed tush push, Connor claimed that Cam he said he tackled him more than he pushed him. But
No, I didn't see that.
Connor,
That's
being the younger brother, wouldn't
yeah,
approach Cam and tell him what he did wrong. He went to
yeah.
Tomlin, told Tomlin, and had him relay the message to Cam.
That's so funny. I mean, you forget they're people. Like they are,
Yeah,
it's like how are you with your siblings? Like
it's
I'm gonna
just
go tell dad. I'm
hilarious.
not gonna that's really funny. No, I thought Cam played so well. He was just all over the place. Just so good to see him. He had a rough start to the year. I
Oh yeah.
we talked about it. It kind of felt like he was money, 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 and not,
Mhm.
Steelers, Steelers, Steelers. And to his credit, I'll own it. He showed up and
Yeah.
he played his ass off, frankly, and cannot thank him enough for playing the way that he did. Whole defense, I think, played very well. I
Hmm.
got, you know, it's really easy to sit there and say, oh, they gave up points, they gave up yards, but they held a lot.
Yeah.
They played very well. TJ with another splash play. He's just the king of the splash plays.
Oh
When you
yeah.
need one,
That
he's
was
there.
that was
Herbig
a
only
wild
played
play,
11
man.
snaps, but was flying across the field. Highsmith was fantastic. Ramsey, not so much. Different discussion.
Yeah.
But vibes are high right now. It feels like a good win. I want to get into some of the stats and some of the kind of the nuances of the game, because it was an important game. It was an
Hmm.
important game for the team, the players, as Pat Fryermuth alluded to, Mike Tomlin. But it was a big game for fans. We needed
Oh
that,
yeah.
and I think vibes are pretty high right now.
Yeah. Hopefully the crowd will be even more into it against Houston because I didn't pay a lot of attention to the crowd watching on TV, but Jerome
Yeah.
Bettis, I don't know if he's on a podcast. I think he was on a podcast with Cam earlier this week, and he's like, man, he's like, that wasn't an electric Pittsburgh crowd. He's like, they were up for it, but there was also a lot of hesitation of, are we going to get beat again? And, they
Mhm.
just weren't fully behind the team like they should
Yeah.
have been. And he's like, I really hope that when Houston comes to town, that it's a different story.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
think you will see that because I think you look at what kind of transpired at the end of the game. It felt
Hmm.
magical. Like it truly felt magical
Yeah.
to watch I've watched so many compilation videos now of the miss and to see when you can see individual sections realizing it's going to be a miss, and it's almost like the stadium starts to do a wave
Yeah.
because
That's what I was
they
getting ready
all
to say.
stand up
It's
and
like,
go, "Oh my God."
woo!
And I think you're going to carry that energy. The Pittsburgh's one of the Super Bowl. The 25-26 version is out. It's been
Uh-huh.
on my Spotify going all day, YouTube. Uh, Vibes are high, and I expect the stadium to be packed. It's going to be a cold night, no snow, but a cold night
What is the
against
temperature supposed to be?
low 30s, I believe,
Okay. Okay. So
and
not
probably a
like
little bit.
dangerous cold, but cold.
Yeah, it's not terrifying, but it's convenient because there's
Yeah.
always a stat out there. There's an obscure stat that shows like teams that play in the South in a dome have a massive disadvantage when playing outside in cold weather.
Yeah. I mean, they're like office employees. That's
That's exactly right.
it's like me. I used to work out in the cold a long time ago. I worked in
Yeah,
a freezer at one time
yeah,
that was below zero in some of it. I
yeah.
mean, now I get out in the cold and I'm like, I'm going back inside.
Yeah, I'm in my office and it drops below like 72. I'm like, I gotta pull the quarter zip up a little bit. It's getting a little chilly in here. And that's what we're looking at. And that's what, so Houston's good. I do want to talk more about Baltimore before we kind of get into Houston because I think we got to give John Harbaugh his flowers. He incredible coach. I think he's a Hall of Fame coach. And it kind of felt like always like a Superman versus Batman type thing
Yeah.
with Harbaugh and Tomlin. It just an incredible. I don't think we're going to see this again.
Three losing seasons
Yep.
in what, 18 years, 19 years, something like that. I mean, but
And two
apparently,
quarterbacks. Like I think that's important too. Like he.
well, yeah, I mean, you had Flacco there forever, and then Lamar
Yep.
stepped in, and that's a, I mean, that's a lot of consistency right there.
Yep.
Uh, but apparently he lost the locker room somehow,
Yep.
and him and Lamar were never on the same page. Lamar was asked about him coming back and hoping that if he hoped he would come back during the post game press conference, and
Mhm.
he sidestepped the question. He's like, "Look, man, my head's still spinning from this game." He's
Mhm.
like, "I can't even think about next season right now." I mean that kind of
It happens.
tells you a bit.
It happens. And I think with
Mhm.
all the Mike Tomlin stuff, he's never lost the locker room. He might
That's
have
true.
failed schematically sometimes, but he's never lost the locker room. I think the one clip that gets me is it's recent. I don't know how recent, but it's Tomlin and Harbaugh, and they're talking, I think pregame, and Tomlin says, "I remember one time sitting and talking about what our kids were going to be for Halloween, and now them damn kids grown." Because when they got those jobs, their kids were kids, and now their
Yep.
kids are in their 20s, and it's just I wonder how Tomlin really feels because he's known Harbaugh, he's known his teams for so long, and it's going to be different. And I don't know if that's good or bad for us right now.
Hmm.
We'll find out in the future, but the
Yeah.
Ravens have consistently failed to the levels that I don't think the Steelers have. It's funny, it's kind of felt like we've had a good team but no quarterback, and they've had a quarterback but no good team. Even though
Yeah.
they have a good team, like they do have a very good team, but Lamar is so good, you expect them to be at least in the AFC Championship every year.
Yeah. And he hasn't been able to seal it in the big games.
No.
I mean, as long as he's been in the league, when he's playing Pittsburgh, he's beat us a few times, but I am
Yeah.
never like, oh, they got Lamar. I've never seen him on the field against the Steelers do anything that scares me, ever.
Yeah. I think it's because Tomlin knows how to play him. I think like
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I've
I
seen him
think
have
he
some
just
big
knows
games
how to
against other
contain him.
teams, but I
Yeah,
mean,
it for whatever reason I've never been afraid of Lamar against the Steelers. Lamar is a fantastic quarterback. I love just watching him play, but it just feels like we can contain him. His stats for this game, he was 11 of 18 for 238, which on paper looked fine, but he had two passes, one for 50 and one for 64.
yeah,
So beyond that, he had barely over 100 yards passing.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
Let's not
How
fault the
dare you
Kenny
use that
Pickett
name in the
stats.
playoffs? Uh-uh.
I
So I
do like how they developed him though, because when he was starting his first few years, they were just, I mean, they really scaled back their offense to
yeah,
cater to his strengths at the time to allow him to grow as a player. And then when they saw that, I guess in camp or mini camp, whatever, that his arm was ready to get the job done, they opened up the offense again, and they
yeah,
started bringing in guys to play around him at the receiver position and stuff. I mean, because it was always, I think he got hurt early on in his career, and I had a backup quarterback in. And they're like, this offense is suited for Lamar running around, and this guy's not a
yeah.
runner. I don't remember who it was, but
They've had a couple backups. They've really had Snoop Huntley has been their main backup, but like
Mhm.
this year, I think he was the Cowboys backup quarterback last year. Cooper
Yeah,
Rush.
yeah, Cooper Rush, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you got to have a guy at least similar.
Hmm.
Um, Steelers overall, Rodgers had a Steelers career high, so a season high in pass yards. Nothing too splashy. I did think it was interesting. He was 31 for 47, so he chucked the ball for 294.
Hmm.
Um, did you see the Steelers called? They posted a picture of Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, and they said pain and gain.
No, I didn't see
I
that.
mean, I love that. That's fantastic.
Pain and gain.
How crazy is this though? Warren finished with 8 attempts for 64 yards rushing.
Uh-huh.
Gainwell finished with 8 catches and 64 receiving yards.
Wow.
Like
That's kind of funky.
perfectly complimentary. Like that's just crazy. We were down. We're starting wide receiver three and fours as our ones and twos.
Hmm.
And I think getting DK back is gonna be big. I'm excited to
Yeah.
have him.
Yeah, that will definitely be helpful. And, yeah, and on the defensive side, we got Joey Porter Jr. He didn't give up a touchdown all year.
Should be an
And
all pro. He should be an
yeah,
all
he
pro.
only gave up 299 yards to receivers,
If
something
that.
like that. I mean, it was just something obscene. It's like him and I think it was James Pierre. They ranked 1 and 2 on some statistician website,
Yeah.
as far as effective corners.
Yeah. Which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy. It's just what's not
Mhm.
crazy is we got to pay him both.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm curious what we do with Pierre because this is his. It's not like he's a rookie. This is his sixth year. So
yeah.
will he take what the Steelers offer because the Steelers have developed him, or will he jump elsewhere, probably get more money, and then do what pretty much every defensive player does when they leave a defensive system and flounder because it's not
Mhm.
built for them? There's countless examples. It's like you want the guys to get their money, but also, hey, we developed you. We should get a little piece of that. But I thought, no, I thought uh, the first half was rough trying to stop Derrick Henry, but I think once they
Yeah.
kind of settled in, Derek Harmon was fantastic.
Uh-huh.
He was as he's the reason we drafted him. He and Cam just shut it down.
unbelievable. I mean, just one guy in a rookie season. I mean, he's
Yeah.
been that effective for us with the run game. It's just wow.
Did you see the stat of our? It's again obscure stats. Love obscure stats. They're
Yeah.
fun. The Steelers have held the last four opponents to a combined 8 yards in the third quarter.
Wow.
Like we have just shut them down. The
I
Lions,
remember
the Lions
seeing
had negative
something about
20.
us in the second half or the third quarter on Sunday Night Football, but it wasn't that, but it was something else
Yeah,
similar.
that's wild. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Whew.
I don't know.
Wow.
The third quarter we just need to play it all the time. Just tell the stadium operator, hey, it's third quarter. I'll just leave that three up there. Don't
Yeah.
tell them. No, they played so well. Second half was just it's football. It's entertaining. It's supposed to be entertaining.
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. We won. They
Yeah.
lost. They're on a first trip flight to Cancun, first seat flight to Cancun.
Yeah.
We're hosting the Houston Texans. What you
Hmm.
got on the Texans?
Very strong defense. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
really strong defense. Their one end's got 15 sacks in the season, and the other one has
Yep.
12. I mean, I saw them play against Buffalo earlier in the season, and they were harassing Josh Allen in that game.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, but
Lost my
we,
fantasy game because of that game.
oh, did you?
I had Josh Allen.
I mean, we got our work cut out for us with them. I mean, their offense is kind of like ours. It's hit or miss. It's either
Yep.
on or it's off, and it doesn't.
Yep.
It's not real intimidating.
Yep.
Uh, if we can get to Stroud, because his passer rating when he's got protection is like 107 or 108, something like that. But if you get some pressure on him, it drops to like 65.
Yep.
So, I mean, if we can get some heat on him and force some turnovers, preferably early, and create a short field and get 7 points out of those short fields, a few times, I think
Hmm.
we'll be in good shape. I don't see it really playing out that like that to begin with. I believe it'll be a tight game,
Yep.
and it's just going to be a slobber knocker probably through the first two and a half, 3 quarters. And it won't surprise me if the game ends up whoever wins doesn't have more than 13 or 14 points. I mean, it's going to be
Yeah.
one of those knockdown, drag out, back alley fights. I love those.
They're fun. They're fun, but I do think it's important to know that every time we think that's going to happen, the
Yeah,
opposite happens.
that's true.
Because for the viewers, the listeners, Brad and I don't talk about our whatever notes or feelings pregame or pre whatever. We just we put down what we think and then we talk about it. I wrote down the exact same thing. I said Texans defense is the number one defense in the NFL. They're
Mhm.
nasty. They also have the most basic defense. Like they don't run complex stuff. They just we are who we are. They that is
Okay.
what Mike Tomlin aspires to
So it's
be.
kind of like an early Tampa Bay type thing where
It's
we
D'Amico
play the cover
Ryans.
two and we're fast and beat us if you can.
I think the game is going to come down to on both sides the offensive tackles. If
Yeah.
Troy and undrafted free agent Dylan Cook can hold against Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, who, as Mike Tomlin called them, the best pass rushing duo in the NFL.
Hmm.
I think you might
They
have that in
are.
your own. You might have that in your own locker room, but I understand. Give flowers. I understand how this works. If they can hold and get Rodgers time, I think we'll be okay. If they cannot, we have no chance.
Mhm.
I truly think it comes down to that. And then flip it on our side. If our guys can get to them, and I saw the same thing. CJ Stroud is a good quarterback, but when he has pressure in his face, he doesn't. He just shuts down.
I feel like
And if
we
we,
have an advantage on the corners or our
yeah,
secondary. If our secondary plays up to it, don't give up any stupid plays like they did against Baltimore with
yeah,
that play faking the guy running across right there, and they just
yeah,
boom, oh yeah, he's open.
wide
If we
open.
don't give up something like that, I believe
Yeah,
we can hold them in
it's
check.
like we're comparable teams, not in that we're built the same way, but they are a little bit. We're, in my opinion, we're a little bit stronger in the defensive backfield than they are, but they are stronger than us at the wide receiver position.
Mhm.
So it's like strength against strength, weakness against weakness, kind of. Their receivers, they have nasty receivers if they can get going. It's so
Mhm.
common for that offense to not get going. I just think the reason that I have the inkling that I think we can win is again the stat that Southern teams and domes outside when it's cold.
Yeah,
That Mike Tomlin at home on Monday Night Football.
yeah,
I know
that's a
it's not
big deal.
technically Monday Night Football. It's so
Oh,
if
it's
he
Monday
loses,
Night Football.
Yeah. And then if we can get to him, if we can get to Stroud, I think we can win. I think so. But that's what it's going to come down to that. It really
Yeah,
is.
it's gonna. I expect it to be a tight ball game. I mean, and yeah, if it's not, it's just not. And with, I don't know what'll happen if it doesn't end up being a tight ball game. Because if you have to start slinging the rock around and you've got those ends running around all over the place,
Yeah.
you make it hard on yourself. What Pittsburgh's side on the offense, if they can pass out of a lot of their formations that they've run out of during the season
Yeah.
and hit them with some play action early.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if this defense is fast and they don't do a lot to trick you, like when Pittsburgh went into Indianapolis in 2005 and beat Peyton Manning and the Colts for Super Bowl 40. We were lining up in tight formations. Ben was hitting play action and hitting Heath down the seam, and we were slinging the ball all over them. They didn't know what hit them until we had 14 points on the board, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we were controlling the game from there on out. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
an easy game to win by any stretch, but
No,
we got Indy
thank you,
down
Ben.
14-0 because I mean they were a strong team that year. Everybody was looking to them to go to the Super Bowl, and well, we came to town and we were
Yeah.
supposed to be in the Super Bowl the year before and weren't. But
And I think that's such a good point because, so often we look at it and we're like, dang, oh man, we're the 4 seed, but like we're kind of the 7 seed because we have the worst record. What are we gonna do? It's like, well, no one gave the 2005 team a chance. No
yeah,
one gave the 2009 team a chance because they weren't the top rated teams.
mm-hmm.
So often we just forget that Super Bowls are won in 60 minutes. Like you get 60 minutes for 1 week and that's it. Throw out everything
Yeah,
because
there's no
coaches
best
are
of seven
bringing
or any of that.
yeah, coaches are bringing a whole new philosophy to this. And this is when I think we have the benefit of Mike Tomlin's got a lot of playoff experience. Might not be wins, but he's got experience.
He's been there a lot.
Aaron Rodgers has a lot of playoff experience. We
Yeah.
have guys with playoff and Super Bowl experience. The
Mm-hmm.
Texans do not.
Yeah, yeah. The veteran presence should be a little bit of an advantage for us.
Yeah.
I do like
I'm just
that we're underdogs in this.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, give Houston 7 points if you want. I mean, just make our guys matter and matter by the day. I'm all for it.
I think this whole season has been like we're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Right? We're not you look at this roster, it's not a Super Bowl roster.
Mm-hmm.
On paper at the beginning of the year, this wasn't a competitor for the AFC North. Of course, things happen and you obviously we won, but things just happen and games are won and lost in moments, in inches. Just play. Just
Yeah.
play. Throw it all out and just play. And like I said, it's house money. There's some reports that Tomlin might actually step away, and I'm real curious if this game would have an impact on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. It's the playoffs. Like we're here. Like that's the
Yeah.
most important thing. You can't make the Super Bowl unless you make the playoffs, and we're in the playoffs. And
Let's
as
just see
Steeler
what
fans,
happens at this point.
we're so spoiled, man. We're so spoiled. I was texting with a buddy of mine about because he and I are both Steelers Panthers fans, and we're hyped. The Panthers made the playoffs. The Panthers won the NFC South. That's so cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And like for the Steelers, I'm like, that's cool. Win a playoff game. Like make it to the AFC Championship game, and then I will care.
Yep, playoffs. All right, now we got to get a win. Playoffs, no big deal. Whatever. We've been
Yeah,
there a lot.
been
Win the
there.
stinking game, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Just
So
put a good game plan together. Get your guys' minds right, and go out there and do it. So we'll see.
it seems real simple. It really
Yeah,
does sometimes.
no doubt. With the Harbaugh firing, I've been hearing that kind of almost made the seat a little hotter for Tomlin because I mean, three losing seasons in all those years there, and he had a winning season this year. We finished 9-8. That's what
Yeah.
basically what we finished the last 4 or 5 seasons until 10-7. I
Yeah.
mean, and they let him go.
Yeah.
They felt it was time to make a change because I guess the locker room was telling them. So I mean, but yeah, there are a lot of rumblings that he may go into broadcasting,
Hmm.
Things
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think at this
So
point, yeah, I think at this point, if Tomlin is going to not be the head coach of the Steelers in 2026, 2027, first of all, it will be on his own accord.
hmm
And second of all, I think he's more likely to go into broadcasting for a year or maybe just take the year off than to hop into another coaching position because the only one I could see him wanting this year would be the Giants. And I think the Giants are going to say, well, Harbaugh's available, so let's go get Harbaugh because that's the best coach on the market. It does make you wonder why don't these guys take a year off? That's what Sean Payton did, and then you can kind of say, "Hey, I'm available. Let me know what you actually want." We don't have to rush this process. Teams know in advance, "Hey, this coach is available." Uh, it didn't matter if we went 3-14 this year. They're not going to fire Mike Tomlin. It's just not going to happen. If he doesn't step down this year, I think next year might be the last year. His contract will have 1 year left on it. Cameron Hayward's contract will be in the final year. Final year.
mm,
They might re-sign Rodgers and just go one more. I think that, and he could say, "Hey,
it's
this is
always a
it. This is my
possibility.
yeah." He could say, "This is my last year," and I've been coaching for however long he has, and he's still younger than most coaches are when they get hired.
Well, the funny thing where you're talking about the broadcasting thing and taking a year off like Peyton did, I would say that. But when Cowher left, he was I think 51 or 52. He's
Mhm.
just a smidgen younger than Tomlin is
Yeah,
right now, and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to sit on TV and talk every weekend during the season, and
yeah,
it's going to be my job for until I decide to
absolutely,
hang it up. I mean,
absolutely. That's what I would do.
yeah. And so
But
Tomlin might
it's
go
the
out and do
competitor.
that.
It's the competitor in these guys. Like
Yeah.
they want to win. They need to win. Everything they do is built around winning. And that's, we as normal civilians, people with normal brains don't understand that. Like these guys,
Mhm.
these athletes of any sport at the highest level, e- everything is that. Like Aaron Rodgers' mind is probably 90% football.
Yeah.
And that's why these guys struggle so much
hmm
when they step away because they're like, what do I do now?
Yeah, you've been doing it all your life,
Yep.
and then when your body says, "Yeah, you can't do that anymore," and you're in your early 40s, late 30s, mid 30s, whatever, because some of them flame out before that, depending on the
Yeah.
position. That's a big life shift right there.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you play guitar.
That's why you work a white collar job.
Yeah, there you go.
It pays a whole lot less, I promise you.
Yeah,
But my body doesn't hurt as much every morning when I wake up.
yeah. Whew.
You hear the stuff that some of those guys go through, just the pain and recovery treatment. It's like, ooh, part of your job is just recovering.
Yeah, and to go in for something as simple as dry needling, which I've heard about that for years, and it
Yeah.
like take out half your lung.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's scary.
Yeah,
That's
that's
real scary.
how deep did that needle go? Or did you hit a nerve that caused it to catch the lung? I
Yeah.
mean, they're being real quiet about that.
They are, and I wonder if they like talk to TJ, be like, look, man, we messed up. Don't sue us. We will make it up to you.
Yeah.
Like, we love you. Also, if you sue us, it's really bad PR for both of us.
Oh yeah. Which did you
Because
hear about Russell Wilson?
no.
He tore his hamstring
Oh, yes.
week 2.
Yeah.
The Giants never reported it, and he's like, I had to go out on the field, or I was going to lose my job to
Yeah.
Dart, and I played with a shredded hamstring until he ended up losing his job anyway.
Yeah.
But they never reported it, so the Giants are going to be getting cooked.
I mean, the Giants are the Giants. They
Yeah.
are.
Oh yeah, I
You
was
know.
reading about them earlier this week about how far that franchise has fallen since was
Yeah.
it Wellington Mara when he passed.
Hmm.
I believe it was him, and I guess the kids that took it over. It's just like it's just a mess in there.
But
It's
yeah, it's a good reminder that we could have it a lot worse.
yeah,
If there's one thing I think, again, we give the Roonies a lot of crap for, they didn't just divide it up amongst their kids and say, deal with it. It kind of felt like they have had a designated point person that they have trained to
Mhm.
take over.
Yeah. It's when you see these teams losing year in and year out, like the Giants, Cleveland.
The Browns, man. The
Yeah, I
Browns.
mean, all this crap starts at the top.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, Kevin Stefanski's a good coach,
Hell yeah.
and kicked our tails when he first came over to Cleveland, and
Yep.
especially in that playoff game. That
Yep.
was, oh man, they, wow, that blew my mind. You
Yeah.
didn't think that would happen in a
No,
playoff
he's
game in Pittsburgh.
yeah. Well, that was it, it was the end of an era, and we all knew that. But
Yeah.
it you didn't want to go out like that. It hurt because it was Cleveland.
Hmm.
If it had been the Dolphins or the Chiefs, whatever, anyone else, it's like, yeah, well, that sucks. But also, our quarterback can barely move.
But it's it starts at the top. They fire the coach, but
Yep.
they keep this GM that's responsible for negotiating a deal to bring Deshaun Watson to the team
Yep.
and giving
Yep.
up all that guaranteed money and draft picks. Oh, we're
Yep.
going to keep this guy that made one of the biggest mistakes ever. That as
Yep.
a fan and just somebody that loves NFL football could see it from a mile away. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Their decisions are baffling, and it's almost like sympathy for Browns fans.
yeah.
Except if they wouldn't have started talking so much crap when they won 6 games a year and they thought they were the best team in the world. Like,
Hmm.
that's fine. You can go 3-14 and get the fifth overall pick. Ooh, your player won an award. That's cool. That's your Super Bowl. They carried him off the field, man. They
Yeah.
carried Garrett off the field
When
when
he got the
he
sack record.
yes, you won like 4 games this year. That should
That's,
be your focus.
I mean,
That entire organization is just so inept.
whew.
It again, it puts things in perspective as here we are gearing up for another playoff appearance, and we're like, yeah, cool, let's win the game, man. Like, let's actually win. But I don't care that it's the playoffs. It doesn't. This could be a week 19. I don't care. Just win the game ahead of you,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk. But we are spoiled. We've talked about that. But I'm excited for Monday night. I wish it wasn't Monday night. I'm getting to the
Yeah.
point where I get sleepy and I want to go to bed.
You have to take a couple of days off work.
Yeah. I'm like, I woke up Monday morning. I was like, oh man, I didn't even I didn't have anything to drink, and I was like, man, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even up that late, just because by the time your heart rate finally settles, you're like, oh, okay,
Yep.
it's
Takes a
two
while to
o'clock.
wind down after one of those games.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like laying in bed. I'm like, I got to get up in 4 hours. Damn.
Yeah. I was pretty chill watching the game until there was about 3 minutes left, and those plays, the touchdowns, they kept slinging it back and forth.
Yep.
I started cussing at the TV and yelling, and Faith was upstairs. She could hear me. She's like, "Yeah, I heard you getting all wound up down there."
You got to get one of those foam bricks. Have you seen those?
Uh-uh.
My mom has one. It's a Steelers thing. It's like when you want to throw a brick at the TV, but it's a
Oh,
foam brick, so you like throw it at the TV. My mom has one, has one somewhere.
that's
Um,
hilarious.
Two more things. I want to shout out Logan Lee, a 6th-round pick from Iowa, has played like a total of 7 snaps this year. He played 1 snap on Sunday night, came in and swatted a ball down that probably would have been good for a 35-yard completion.
Yeah.
So shout out to Logan Lee, the pride of Iowa. Go Hawkeyes, Steelers, Hawkeyes. Like,
Yeah, I
let's
saw
keep this
that
going.
play, and in the back, I was like, "Who is that guy?"
Yeah. It wasn't Aaron Smith. It was
No.
the other white 91 guy.
Yeah.
And then last thing, let's wrap this up here. Let's do a prediction. What are you
Oh
feeling?
man, you're
What are you
putting that
feeling?
on me.
Yeah, what are you feeling?
Oh, jeez. Whew. I want to pick against him because I don't want to pick him and then to be eating crow.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna say like 13-10. You flip a coin for the team.
Okay. You're just gonna leave it as 13-10.
Yeah.
The Catholicism will decide who has 13, who
Yeah,
has
there
10.
you go. Man, it's just true. It makes me. I try not to be superstitious about games, but when it comes down to something being this, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go 16-13 Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you. I don't think it's gonna be super high scoring. Got some questions about Boswell that I think we'll address in the offseason.
The
But I'm
missed
excited,
extra
man.
point wasn't his fault.
It-
They
I may
say
have
it
a different
wasn't
take on
anyway.
that. Yeah, they call it a block, but I don't know.
I didn't watch
Trajectory.
it again. I just saw the headline and read the first paragraph. of
Yeah,
article,
the Baltimore safety, he got in there, but you would see the trajectory of the ball change if he hit the hand, and I didn't see that. So, anyways, we'll talk about it another time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, all right. Well, it's been a great regular season. Thank you to everyone who has watched, who has
Yes,
listened, who has supported us. The comments,
our
we
tens
love
of
them.
fans.
Our tens of fans. There are dozens of us. Look, if you comment, even if we don't agree with it, we appreciate it. We really do.
Yep.
We're just talking sports here. It's real casual.
Yeah.
We're just two Steeler fans, and we're talking Steelers, and that's it. We thank you for joining us. We will be back next week to
Mm-hmm.
talk about
Win or lose, we'll
playoffs.
be here.
We'll be here. So see y'all next week.
Later.